I'm Jenna.
And I'm Katie. We're the Beulah Twins, and you're watching the Capital Off-Track Betting Television Network.
Hello and welcome to this week's Belmont Stakes edition of Horses and Courses. I'm Jean Wood. We've got a very busy program, and we're going to start things off in the Mid-Atlantic at Pimlico on Saturday. They ran the Skippat Stakes. This is a $75,000 event for fillies going 6 furlongs. Let's head to Pimlico and the Skippat Stakes.
And they're off. Spirited Game was out first, but Trickle of Gold going to test her now, and Trickle of Gold from the outside gate going to try to clear from Spirited Game. Sharp as a fox right off the pace in third. Imagine Roses, the gray and the pink colors, followed by Brilliant Peaks, who settle about 4.5 lengths from the early lead. It's another 3 to Magical Broad, and Krasicki is the trailer. Up the backstretch now, and in the leader is Trickle of Gold and Alex Batia. Spirited Game tight down to the inside. In the meantime, Sharp as a fox is a clear run at the favorite Trickle of Gold into the far turn. Trickle of Gold leading the way. Sharp as a fox and Spirited Game down to the fence there, battling on to the second flight. Another 3. It's Imagine Rose racing mid-pack now as Brilliant Peaks is coming under pressure. Outside of that is Magical Broad, and Krasicki is last. Past the quarter pole and headed for home. Trickle of Gold, Spirited Game is angled just to her outside to try to run her down, but a very confident Alex Batia on Trickle of Gold past the 3/16 mark, leading it by 3. Spirited Game, she's running her best, but Trickle of Gold is that much better. Trickle of Gold pulling away as expected at 1-5. Trickle of Gold flashing past the 16th pole. Trickle of Gold, too much class for these. Trickle of Gold by 7 at the finish in the Skippat. Spirited Game and Krasicki and Sharp as a Fox.
Trickle of Gold getting a nice victory here, 9+ lengths, getting to the front and never looking back. She won the Sweet and Sassy at Delaware last time out. She's obviously a very nice sprinting filly. Opens up early without ever looking back. Spirited Game gave futile chase throughout the running, and Krasicki ends up rallying from off the pace to finish third, but neither were any match for the winner. Trickle of Gold, a dark bay or brown filly, a daughter of Formal Gold from Tricky Star, lit by Tricky Fun. Bred in Kentucky by John D. Murphy and owned by John D. Murphy Sr., trained by Michael Gorham, and ridden to victory by Alex Batia. Trickle of Gold covers the 6 furlongs at Pimlico in 1:11.1. We'll stay in the Mid-Atlantic now, head to Delaware Park in the running of the Brandywine Handicap. This is a $100,000 mile in the 16th for older horses. Let's head down to Delaware and the Brandywine.
And they're off in the Brandywine Stakes. Cherokee's Boy goes for that lead, has company on the outside from Tour of the Cat. Cherokee's Boy, though, will lead him into that first turn. Tour of the Cat now taken in hand by Clyde Martin, trying to be rated. Happy Hunting angles toward the inside and quickly is moving into that second spot as they race into the turn. Bolero looks to tuck in fourth, followed by Smart Growth and Marina Minister, the trailer, as they move around the first turn. Cherokee's Boy leads it by 2 over Happy Hunting. Length and a quarter further back to Tour of the Cat racing in third. Opening quarter in a moderate 24 flat for this group. Then 2 lengths to Bolero, settles nicely in fourth. The gap of 3.5 to Smart Growth, another 4.5 more to the late running Marina Minister. They've got 5 furlongs to navigate, and Cherokee's Boy being nursed along by Dunkelberger leads it now by 3 over Happy Hunting. Up on the outside, Tour of the Cat, length further back to Bolero. 2.5 lengths to Smart Growth, and a gap of 6 more to Marina Minister. They're running single file down the backstretch, half in 47-2. Cherokee's Boy, much to his liking on the tempo on the front end, leads it by 4 over Happy Hunting. 2 lengths to Tour of the Cat, Bolero. Smart Growth trying to get underway, and 6 more to Marina Minister. On the front end, it's still Cherokee's Boy with 3/8 to go. Cherokee's Boy by 3 over Happy Hunting, who's trying to cut the margin. Tour of the Cat is racing third, followed by Bolero, has to kick it in. Smart Growth trying to pass that one, and still far back to Marina Minister. They've got a quarter to go. The 6 in, 1:11.2. Cherokee's Boy, it's his race to win or lose as they head for home. Happy Hunting is trying to make a run. Smart Growth angles to the inside. He's beginning to kick in. Bolero has no run furlong to go. Cherokee's Boy on the inside. Smart Growth is putting in a big run. Here comes Smart Growth along the rail for Pino. It's going to be a tight finish. Cherokee's Boy, Smart Growth is slipping through and sliding to victory. A nice ride by Mario Pino. Cherokee's Boy second, Happy Hunting third. Looked like Marina Minister fourth.
Smart Growth, a little bit of an upset here, 7.5 to 1, getting the victory at the expense of the favored Cherokee's Boy, who has been an absolute superstar down in the Mid-Atlantic over the last couple of years. Happy Hunting down from New York for the Phipps stable, and Shug McGahee got off to a little bit of a tangled start and ended up in the third spot. Tracked the pace early, faded to finish third, but he did have to work a little hard after having a little bit of a difficult break. The winner, Smart Growth, returned for his season this year with a 21-length loss to subsequent stakes winner. Remarkable news on the turf at Keeneland, given a little bit extra time off, returns to the dirt and picks up a half-a-length victory. Smart Growth is a dark bay or brown son of Gone West from Ratings by Caveat. Bred in Kentucky by George Strawbridge Jr. and owned by Mr. Strawbridge's Augustin stable, trained by Jonathan Shepard and ridden to victory by Mario Pino. Smart Growth covers the mile and a 16th of the Brandywine in 1:44 flat. We're going to head to Woodbine now for a pair of stakes races on Sunday, beginning with the Victoria Park Stakes for 3-year-olds, $125,000 mile and an eighth. Let's head to Canada and the Victoria Park.
They're off in the Victoria Park Stakes. From the outside, Okay, No Thanks for Asking is sent right to the front by Jim McElhaney as they move in front of us for the first time. Okay, No Thanks for Asking, hard held and in front. Runaway Hit is in second position. Italiano is third, and Harboridge, the favorite, is taken back off the early pace. And they're running through the first turn. Okay, No Thanks for Asking through an opening quarter in 23 and 3/5 of a second. Runaway Hit is tracking in second. Italiano close to the pace in third, just 2.5 lengths in back of Okay, No Thanks for Asking. Then we have Harboridge, who's a closer fourth, and they start that trip along the backstretch. McElhaney takes a peek back. Okay, No Thanks for Asking, a comfortable lead, a length and 3/4 through an opening half mile in 48 and 1. Okay, No Thanks for Asking. The gray Italiano starts to gain ground, and Runaway Hit will run with Italiano. Harboridge still trails 4 lengths back of Okay, No Thanks for Asking as the pace accelerates with 3 furlongs to go. Okay, No Thanks for Asking, a length and a half. Italiano's on the outside. To the inside is Runaway Hit. Harboridge is being called on for run. Luzzy gives him a left-handed tap, and they're inside the quarter pole. Harboridge has a lot to do, has to chase down Okay, No Thanks for Asking. Italiano is second. Harboridge is wheeled to the outside and has found his best stride. Okay, No Thanks for Asking, desperate to hold off an onrushing Harboridge, who comes from last at the head of the stretch to win the Victoria Park, going away. Harboridge by 3.5. Okay, No Thanks for Asking was second, and Italiano was third.
Harboridge, he broke his maiden very impressively at the beginning of this season. Came back and ran a little bit disappointingly in New York, but heads up to Canada, closes from off the pace in a short field. Not an easy thing to do. Winning off by 4 is the odds-on choice from Okay, No Thanks for Asking, and Italiano, who picked up the third spot. The winner, Harboridge, a dark bay or brown colt, the son of Monarchos from Get Lucky by Mr. Prospector, was bred in Kentucky by Gracefield Equine and Philip Steinberg, owned by Earl Mack and trained by Gary Contessa. Ridden to victory by Mike Luzzy. Harboridge from a terrific female family, a Phipps family, in fact. Looks like a 3-year-old keep your eye on. Covering the mile and an eighth at Woodbine in 1:51 and 3. We're going to head right back to Canada now in the Labatt Woodbine Oaks. $500,000 Canadian for 3-year-old fillies. Let's head back to Woodbine and the Oaks.
They're off in the Labatt Woodbine Oaks. Seductively, and to the inside, Sweet Brianna, as they move in front of us. For the first time, Seductively has taken the early lead. Sweet Brianna, then Executive Flight and London Snow. Kimchi will save ground into the first turn. Like a Gem is in that next flight, then Strike Softly, who's back 8 lengths off the lead. Followed by Wedded Woman, Our Madison second to last, and Questuary trails. And they head to the 3/4 pole, and it's Seductively. Seductively leads it by 3/4 of a length. Sweet Brianna keeps her company on the front end. Executive Flight's out there 3 wide and a length and a half off the lead. Now Patrick Husbands has moved Kimchi off the rail. Kimchi back 3 lengths off of Seductively. Wedded Woman's toward the inside, the opening half mile in 46 4/5 of a second. It's Seductively, hounded by Sweet Brianna. Executive Flight still in contention. Kimchi's inching closer now, coming to the leaders. Wedded Woman wheeled to the far outside with 3/8 to go. Strikes softly, being niggled on toward the rail. To the outside is London Snow, Like a Gem, is 10 lengths off the lead as they come over to the quarter pole. Kimchi traveling extremely well out there 3 wide. Sweet Brianna's in the center. Seductively is set down on the inside, and those 3 arrive at the top of the stretch together. Kimchi set down and explodes to the lead. And it's Kimchi by 3. Sweet Brianna, Seductively, final 16th of a mile. Patrick Husbands and Kimchi. Sweet Brianna trying hard on the outside. Kimchi, with stunning efficiency, has won the 51st Labatt Woodbine Oaks. Sweet Brianna was second, and Seductively was third.
Kimchi, Patrick Husbands, a very impressive effort. And in fact, strangely enough, Patrick Husbands' first win in this Canadian Classic, drawing off by a length and 3/4. She was always within striking position, made a bit of a bid outside of dueling leaders to draw off at almost 9-1 over Sweet Brianna, with Seductively, the early pace setter, holding on well to finish in the 3rd spot. The winner, Kimchi, is a dark bay or brown 3-year-old daughter of Langfure from Al Jazz by Stop the Music. Bred in Canada by Stonyfield Farm and owned by the Seasoft Stable, trained by Mark Cassie and ridden to victory by Patrick Husbands. Kimchi covers the mile in an 1/8 at Woodbine in 1:52.1. We're going to pause now for a brief message, and when we return, we'll be heading to California, racing action from both Northern and Southern California. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Horses and Courses. We're going to continue now in Northern California at Bay Meadows Racecourse, where on Saturday they ran the Hillsborough Handicap for fillies and mares on the grass. Let's head back, or out to Northern California and the running of the Hillsborough.
Racing. First out, Heavenly Humour from Eleanor Rose. Shadowy Waters is showing plenty of speed to contest the early lead. Marla Bay coming right down the outside. As they greet the judges with a lap to go, it's Eleanor Rose just in front of Shadowy Waters. Heavenly Humour close up between them, and Marla Bay getting across to 4th. She's followed closely by Sky Dreams outside. Strong Faith from Royal Cleven, Carini and Bragg on the inside. Just under 6 furlongs to go, and Eleanor Rose strides to a 2-length lead. Shadowy Waters into a clear 2nd. Heavenly Humour takes back 3rd inside Marla Bay. Strong Faith next with a ground-saving trip today. She's in company with Sky Dreams. Royal Cleven 3 wide, racing 9 lengths off the speed. She's outside Carini and Bragg. This is the order as the Hillsborough Handicap field reaches the half mile. Led by Eleanor Rose over Shadowy Waters. Marla Bay third, 3 from the front. Now 3 wide as Strong Faith threads through. She's 1 off the fence and going up into third position in the brown cap. Next, Heavenly Humour, 5th on the inside of Sky Dreams, a length and a half to Bragg, Carini, Royal Cleven, 3 wide. At the 5/16s, poles 10 lengths covering them. Eleanor Rose, 3/4, Shadowy Waters. 2 lengths away, third, Strong Faith. Now back towards the inside. She's been in and out like a fiddler's elbow and has plenty of room now to again come off the fence and challenge Eleanor Rose. As they come towards the 8th pole, it's Eleanor Rose, a length and a half. Strong Faith is finishing with good effect. Shadowy Waters, Sky Dreams next. It's Eleanor Rose, Sky Dreams out wide, Strong Faith between them. Strong Faith, Eleanor Rose and Sky Dreams. Strong Faith in front and wins. Great ride by Gonzalez. Got there ahead from Sky Dreams and Eleanor Rose on the inside. No clue about 4th. Royal Cleven up there with Bragg and Shadowy Waters.
Strong Faith picking up the win by a neck. A very close finish here, a blanket finish, a neck and a nose and 2.5 lengths separating the top 4, with Strong Faith having the advantage here, taken in hand right from the start, but was never far back, and really a very solid effort for this filly to win at the expense of Sky Dreams. Early pace setter Eleanor Rose back in the 3rd spot. Strong Faith is a dark bay or brown mare, a daughter of Pioneering from Let's Eat Out by Banquet Table. Bred in Kentucky by the Rose Hill Farm and owned by Mervyn and Jacqueline Sahoud and Mark Salaby. Trained by John Martin, ridden to victory by Roberto Gonzalez. Strong Faith covers the mile on the turf course at Bay Meadows in 1:36 and 1. We're going to head to Southern California now and some really exciting stakes racing action, beginning with the Grade 1 Charlie Whittingham on the turf going a route of ground. Let's head to Southern California now and the Whittingham.
They're off. Perfect start for Lava Man. He goes for the front. Sweet Return is sharp early. TH Approval and Artiste Royal away 3rd and 4th. Brecon Beacon and King's Drama are next. Red Ford is in behind that group. Runaway Dancer and Mullengow towards the back of the pack, and they hook up with the main course, and Lava Man and Sweet Return are together with 1 lap to run. Lava Man leads by a 1/2 length. Sweet Return is second by a 1.25 lengths from Artiste Royal. Brecon Beacon is 3 wide, and TH Approval is at the rail, and they're all about 4 behind Lava Man, who now clears off into the clubhouse turn. Lava Man leads by a 1.5 lengths. King's Drama and Red Ford track the second group, and they're about 5 from the front. Runaway Dancer has 10 lengths to make up, and Mullengow is at the back of the pack as they turn into the backstretch. 6 furlongs to run in the 38th Charles Whittingham Memorial Handicap, and Lava Man is uncontested and rolling along. It is Lava Man in charge up the backside. He leads by 2 lengths from defending champion Sweet Return in second. TH Approval moves through inside of him. TH Approval is within a 1.75 lengths. Brecon Beacon has gone wrong. Number 7, Brecon Beacon, has been pulled up out of the race. There's a 1/2 mile left to run. Lava Man is still comfortable up front. Here comes a challenge. King's Drama going to make an early run at him, and King's Drama very aggressive under Patrick Valenzuela. Lava Man has to quicken. He does, and now the stage is set. Lava Man's at the rail. King's Drama outside of him. Those two have sprinted 3 lengths clear of Sweet Return. TH Approval drops out of it. Then comes Artiste Royal and Red Ford, and they run to the top of the stretch. Less than a 1/4 mile to run, and Lava Man says to King's Drama, "Oh, no, you don't." And Lava Man has opened up again. He leads by 2 lengths. King's Drama tried to take it to him at the backstretch, and it did not work. Lava Man is soaring away. He's like an eagle. He's like a bald eagle. Lava Man crushes the Whittingham. Wow. Lava Man, one of the great California breds ever to live, beats King's Drama by 2.
Lava Man, how good a horse is this guy? You have to look at this horse as being in line for some sort of an award for this season thus far. He is 4 for 4. 2 victories on dirt, a Grade 1 and a state bred race. 2 victories now on turf, a Grade 1 and a state bred race. And Lava Man keeps rolling right along using the Grade 1 Charlie Whittingham, 1.25 miles on the turf as a prep for the Hollywood Gold Cup at 1.25 miles on the dirt later on at this meet. And Lava Man showing his usual good speed, winning off by 2 over King's Drama. himself already a Grade 1 winner and a very solid campaigner, although he did try. Patrick Valenzuela did do the restraint tactic on him. King's Drama, a bit of a free galloping sort, perhaps not as crazy about being restrained off the pace. Red Fort picking up the 3rd spot with a nice bid, but no match for the winner. The winner, Lava Man, a dark Bear Brown gelded son of Slough City Slough from Little Ms. Leonard by Nostalgia Star, was bred in California by Lonnie Arterburn, Eve Kuhlman, and Kim Kuhlman, owned by the STD Racing Stable and Jason Wood, trained by Doug O'Neill, and ridden to victory by Corey Nakatani. Lava Man covers the 1.25 miles on the Hollywood Park turf in 2 minutes and 1/5 seconds. Right back to Hollywood, right back to Saturday in the running of the Grade 3 ACAC, 3-year-olds and up, going middle distance here on the main track. Let's head back to California and the ACAC.
They're off. Good start. Thunder Touch is sent out for speed. Captain Squire is close up. St. Buddy checked off heels and dropped back to last. Captain Squire and Thunder Touch quickest out of the chute. Primerica and Pro Runner are next. Then Keep On Punching and Lucky JH at the rail, and the trailer is St. Buddy. It's Captain Squire with 5 at his heels up the backstretch. Captain Squire leads by 1.25 lengths. Keep On Punching and Lucky JH now move together 2nd and 3rd. Then to the outside and Pro Runner. Just inside of him, it's Primerica. They're less than 3 lengths off the lead. St. Buddy's back into the bid. He's the gray at the rail. 2nd to last, but only 3 from the front. And Thunder Touch, who was sent out early, is the trailer going into the far turn in the 5th ACAC Handicap. And Captain Squire is the leader, but he is confronted by Lucky JH, who moves through and challenges. And these two match strides midway around the far turn. It's now 2.5 to Keep On Punching. Primerica is all in with 5 lengths to make up. Thunder Touch, St. Buddy, and Pro Runner at the back of the pack, and the ACAC Handicap shapes up as a good one between Lucky JH and Captain Squire. They are even at the top of the stretch. Lucky JH narrowly in front. Captain Squire continues to run at him. Lucky JH leads it by half a head. Captain Squire right back at him, and the two of them throw it down for the final 150 yards. Lucky JH inside, Captain Squire outside, an inch apart. Lucky JH, Captain Squire, Lucky JH wins. Lucky JH just beat Captain Squire in a horse race. 1 length. Primerica 3rd, Pro Runner 4th.
Lucky JH and Pat Valenzuela pulling off a bit of an upset here, if you want to call a 5-2 victory an upset, over Captain Squire, returning from his 4th place finish in the Dubai Golden Shaheen. Primerica back in the 3rd spot after showing good early speed. Lucky JH stalking inside of horses, making a nice bid along the rail, leaving the backstretch, and really a very nice effort and a terrific ride by Pat Valenzuela to pull off the victory. Lucky JH is a bay colt, a son of Cease Tizzy from Lucky CH by AP Indy. Bred in California by the Harris Farm and owned by the breeder, trained by Carla Gaines and ridden to victory by P. Val. Pat Valenzuela riding Lucky JH to his 3rd consecutive victory. Lucky JH covering the 7.5 furlongs at Hollywood Park in 1:29 and 3. We're going to head right back to California now in the Hollywood Breeders' Cup Oaks. This is a Grade 2 for 3-year-old fillies. Let's head back to California, the Hollywood Breeders' Cup Oaks.
They're off. Better Run Fast and Hysterical Lady, and Hysterical Lady is sent to the front. Down the dusty road, breaks in 2nd. Now Better Run Fast and Mystery Girl are 3rd and 4th in the first part of it. Squalacious and She's in 11, and the early trailer is Chosen Royalty. So they run to the backstretch, and Hysterical Lady with pressure from down the dusty road. These two to the backstretch. Hysterical Lady leads 3/4 length. Down the dusty road is 2nd by 2 lengths. Mystery Girl's a tugging and willing 3rd. She's outside of Better Run Fast at the rail. Squalacious sits 5th at this point, and she's about 4 lengths off the lead. She's in 11, just inside of the big favorite. And Chosen Royalty will do her running from the back of the pack. 7 lengths from 1st to last, 5 furlongs to run in the 61st Hollywood Breeders' Cup Oaks. And Hysterical Lady Lady and Patrick Valenzuela lead it to the half-mile pole, 3/4 of a length. From down the dusty road in second, Mystery Girl and Better Run Fast will get first crack at the front runners if they're good enough. Squalacious has now asked for more, and she's going to run up 3 wide. Here's Squalacious, still 5th, but within 3.5 of the lead. Chosen Royalty, and she's in 11 now at the back of the pack. Hysterical Lady and Down the Dusty Road are getting away 2.5 furlongs from the wire. Hysterical Lady is still a 3/4 length leader on Down the Dusty Road, but now Hysterical Lady suddenly opens up. She has taken a 3-length lead at the top of the lane. Down the Dusty Road is second. Squalacious is at the rail third, but she is 6 lengths behind Hysterical Lady, who is running a monster race. Hysterical Lady comes to the final 16th, now 8 lengths in front. Squalacious might get into second in the Oaks, but there's no way she'll catch the winner, and the winner is Hysterical Lady. Yes, that is a big win, too. She won by 7.5 lengths. Squalacious did get second, Down the Dusty Road third. She's in 11th, finished 4th.
Hysterical Lady picking up the win down from Northern California in her first try around 2 turns. Absolutely romps under who else? Pat Valenzuela, 7.5 lengths at 7-1 over the favorite Squalacious, who was in off of a recent allowance victory, with Down the Dusty Road stalking the pace early and holding on for third. The winner, Hysterical Lady, stretching out for the first time, won an allowance in 108.3 at Bay Meadows last time out, and here moves into Grade 2 company in Southern California and picks up the win on the stretch out. Hysterical Lady is a 3-year-old chestnut daughter of Distorted Humor from Sacramentada by North Air. Bred in Kentucky by Abbott Properties and owned by Rancho San Miguel, Jerry Hollendorfer and George Todaro, trained by Jerry Hollendorfer and ridden to victory by Pat Valenzuela. Hysterical Lady covers the mile in a 16th at Hollywood Park in 1 minute 43 flat. We're going to head back home now to Belmont Park and go back to last Friday in the running of the Grade 3 Hill Prince on the turf for 3-year-olds. Let's head to Belmont and the Hill Prince.
And they're off. Awkward beginnings for Carnera and Glory for Gold, and it's Mr. Silver who's out racing for the lead. Black Snake second on the rail now as they make that bend into the backstretch. And then it's Transit of Venus running in third. Little traffic trouble there for Outperformance. Moving down the backstretch run, Mr. Silver leads by a length. Black Snake second by 3. Transit of Venus runs in third. Carnera is now 4th toward the inside. Noble Deeds is now 5th. Giant Basil is tailing off into 6th. Two Sender is in the clear on the outside, now 7th. And then it's Spider Power 8th and making progress down toward the rail. Outperformance is near the back of the pack now, and Glory for Gold trails the field as it is Mr. Silver unopposed through an opening quarter in 24 seconds flat. Black Snake a length and a half behind in second with a half-mile to go here, and they got a half over the soft going in 48 seconds flat. Transit of Venus asked to pick it up, now running third. Carnera 4th toward the inside. Noble Deeds. Spider Powder is in behind Noble Deeds. And To Sender is rallying on the far outside. Now only 4 lengths from the lead. And the leader is still Mr. Silver as the field turns for home. Black Snake is there. To Sender fan 5 wide coming on the far outside. Spider Power charging on the rail now. And they're coming into the final furlong. Carnera emerging with the lead. Spider Powder kicking in down to the inside. On the far outside, Outperformance coming from the back of the pack. Outperformance rolls by them all. Outperformance by a length on the line. Spider Powder finishing second, Carnera third, and To Sender 4th.
Outperformance last time out was caught late in the lane, and this time timing the move just a little bit better, making his nearly last to first move, a winning one by a length and a half out in the middle of the racetrack on the course labeled soft. Spider Power and Carnera, very good efforts to finish second and third, both for the Kieran McLaughlin operation, with Spider Power having had a little bit of trouble steadying inside on the turn, a stumbling beginning for Carnera, so both of them had something to overcome. The winner, Outperformance, a 3-year-old bay colt, a son of Aptitude from Divine Pet by Belle Believe, was bred in Kentucky by Richard Castor and Nancy Castor, owned by the Klarovich stable and trained by Rick Violet, ridden to victory by Javier Castellano. Outperformance covers the 1 mile on the soft Belmont turf in 1:36 and 3. We're going to pause now for one more brief message, and when we return, we've got a terrific weekend's worth of stakes racing action from Belmont. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Horses and Courses, and welcome to Belmont Stakes Day. We're going to begin the stakes program at Belmont Park with the Grade 2 True North for older sprinters. Let's head down to Belmont and the running of the True North.
And they're off. Tiger and Anu, and it's Anu streaking for the lead, and from his outside post, Anu clears the field in the first 100 yards. And then it's Spanish Chestnut running in second. Tiger between horses is third. Uncle Cammy far outside is fourth. Vicarage fifth toward the inside. Then Voodoo, Celtic Emmett, and Mock Speed is the trailer. Anu is the leader. 22 flat opening quarter. Anu in front. Spanish Chestnut is hard on his heels second. Tiger is third, 2.5 lengths behind the lead. On the outside, Uncle Cammy is a wide fourth. Mock Speed coming through an opening now, down toward the rail, moving into fifth position as they make their way toward the top of the stretch. Anu, Spanish Chestnut is right at his throat latch now as they turn for home after a half and 44 and 2. Anu's still there. Anu has turned back that challenge of Spanish Chestnut. Spanish Chestnut shoulder to shoulder with Tiger, but it's Anu who's streaking past the 16th pole, clear by 3.5 lengths. And Tiger second on the wire. Anu does it in 1:08 flat, equaling the stakes record. Tiger finished second, close for third there, Mock Speed and Spanish Chestnut.
Anu picking up his fourth consecutive victory since being gelded earlier this season. He was a $35,000 claim last fall after having been a bit of an underachiever, and after a couple of disappointing tries, his new connections, Steve Asmussen Barn, decided to try gelding him, and thus far he has moved from strength to strength through a couple of claiming races, Money Allowance Company, and now a Grade 2 victory over a very solid group, including Tiger, who had really developed into a very solid sprinter over the last couple of races, and Spanish Chestnut, who won his return race out in California for the season off of a long layoff, returned with a third place finish last time out down at Keeneland, and here has to settle once more for third. The winner, Anu, a dark bay or brown gelded son of Awesome Again from Lucinda by Olympia, was bred in Kentucky by John R. Mulholland and Martha Jane Mulholland, owned by the Chrome Cowboy Racing Stable and Raymond Vitolo, trained by Steve Asmussen, and ridden to victory by Alan Garcia. Anu covers the 6 furlongs from gate to wire at Belmont in 1:08 flat, a new stakes record. We are going to continue now with Belmont Park's stakes racing card with the Just a Game. This is for 3-year-olds and up, fillies and mares going a mile on the turf course. Unfortunately, the turf course still a little on the soft side, labeled yielding for the card. Let's head down to New York and the running of the Just a Game.
We are ready for the start. And they're off. Pomfret bounces right out of there. Quickly to the lead, Pomfret. Mirabilis is away running in second. Ozone Bear is reined in. Wrangled back to the back of the pack along with Gorilla. So it will be Pomfret who gets loose on the lead, and a big lead it is. Out there by 5 within the first furlong. Mirabilis runs in second. Gorilla under a hard hold. And Ozone Bear also well in hand as they continue their run up the backstretch. The opening quarter went in 24 and 4/5 seconds over the off-going here, and Pomfret has opened up a 7 or 8 length lead now with 5 furlongs to go, and she didn't run particularly fast in that opening quarter mile. Mirabilis is second at a distant second on the outside of the gray Ozone Bear, and Gorilla still conservatively ridden with less than a half mile to go. Getting away with a half mile of 48 and 4/5 seconds, totally isolated on the lead. Pomfret bowling along with an 8 length advantage. Ozone Bear, and now Mirabilis has been given her cue. And Gorilla is still in behind horses with a lot to do and only 2 furlongs to do it. And it's Pomfret in front by 4.5 at the top of the lane. And Gorilla has now been produced. And Gorilla is taking aim, trying to reel in Pomfret. 1 furlong to do it. 3.5 length lead. 3 lengths. 2.5 lengths now, down to the final 16th. Pomfret, here comes Gorilla with a thrilling finish. It's a photo! Gorilla got her! Gorilla got Pomfret in a perfectly timed move under young Julien Leparoux.
Gorilla getting there in time. It looked like Pomfret might have this one won, but Julien Leparoux under an aggressive hand ride, never really going to the whip, sitting pretty on Gorilla, obviously figuring that he had the pacemaker measured. He was able to cut that margin from 7 1/4 lengths at the top of the stretch to a neck victory, and very impressive performance by Gorilla, back in with females after having been beaten by less than 2 lengths by the boys on Derby Day in the Woodford Reserve. Pomfret picking up the 2nd spot. It was 7+ lengths back to Ozone Bear back in the 3rd spot. The winner, Gorilla, a chestnut 4-year-old filly, a daughter of Grapetree Road from Exciting Times by Jeune Homme, was bred in France by EARL Élevage de la Source and is owned by Martin Schwartz, trained by Patrick Biancone, and ridden to victory by Julien Leparoux. Gorilla covers the 1 mile on the Belmont turf, labeled yielding in 1 minute 37 flat. Going to head back to Belmont now, and the Woody Stevens. This is the race formerly known as the Riva Ridge for 3-year-old sprinters. Let's head back down to New York in the Woody Stevens.
And they're off. From the outside, Songster. From mid-pack, it's Fabulous Strike. And from the rail, it's Too Much Bling. And it's Fabulous Strike out for the lead. Too Much Bling runs in second on the outside. Songster is third. Noonmark fourth. St. Damon fifth. Likely sixth on the inside. And Doc Cheney trails the field. Moving up the backstretch. And it's Fabulous Strike. Fabulous Strike out there by 1.5 lengths and zips through 1/4 in 22 and 1/5 seconds. Songster and Too Much Bling. Too Much Bling pinned down on the inside of Songster. 4 lengths back to Noonmark running along in fourth. Then Likely St. Damon on the outside. And Doc Cheney's now about 9 from the lead. Around the far turn, it's been Fabulous Strike the leader throughout. Songster asked for a bit more. Fabulous Strike through a half. 44 and 4/5 seconds. Songster is just off his flank. Too Much Bling is just in behind the lead, down toward the inside. And Noonmark and Likely, and they turn for home. Fabulous Strike, a tap of the whip. The rail is opened up for Too Much Bling. Songster fights on the outside. Noonmark and Likely, down to the last furlong. Fabulous Strike, a short lead on the outside. Songster, Too Much Bling in desperately tight as they come down to the wire. Songster's going to do it. Songster wins by 2 on the wire. Tight in the stretch for Too Much Bling second, close for third, Noonmark and Fabulous Strike.
Songster, this is a very impressive black colt. He is now 3 for 5 lifetime, has really not done much of anything wrong since breaking his maiden at First Asking at Gulfstream Park. Smart move to keep this guy sprinting. It does appear to be his game here. Stalks just off the pace, makes a solid run to the lead and holds off Too Much Bling. And Noonmark apparently was a little bit of a problem for Too Much Bling getting through on the rail. He was very game, but there really was not a lot of spot for Garrett Gomez to push. push him through. He did get stopped momentarily in that bid through that hole, but I think that Songster had him measured. And Noonmark, the horse finishing in the third spot with a very nice effort, making a closing move from well back off the pace after fabulous strike. The pace setter did end up fading a bit late. The winner, Songster, is a 3-year-old black son of Song and a Prayer from Pepe Le Pew by French Deputy. Bred in Florida by Richard Jacopelli and owned by the Darley Stable, trained by Tom Albertrani, ridden to victory by Edgar Prado. Songster covers the 7 furlongs at Belmont in 1:21 and 2. Next up, the Grade 1 Acorn, a flat mile for 3-year-old fillies. Let's head back down to New York. Tom Durkin's follow the Acorn.
And they're off. And on the far outside, it is Hello Liberty racing for that lead. Bushfire's in between horses. Ado gets off to a good start down toward the rail, and Teammate backs off to run in fourth. 2.5 lengths back. Last Romance is fifth down toward the inside. And a break of another 4 back to Hermine. Another 4 back to Longshot. She's excellent. So it's Bushfire who comes away with the lead down the backstretch. Bushfire through a quarter in 22 1/5 seconds. Pressed by Hello Liberty. Second by 2. Teammate just outside of Ado. Behind those two, it's Last Romance. Rating now about 5 or 6 lengths from the lead. It's a long way back to Hermine, and yet another 5 or 6 lengths back to She's Excellent. And now the field is on the far turn. Bushfire still pressed by Hello Liberty. The quarter went in 22 1, the half in 45 seconds flat. Midway round the far turn, and it's Bushfire, and Hello Liberty draws ever closer to her with 3 furlongs to go. A break of 3 lengths, and there goes Last Romance with a decisive move, and Last Romance moves into third position. Ado is asked for more run, but she's still fourth toward the inside. Teammate begins to falter. Hermine begins to find her best stride, and as they turn for home, it's Hello Liberty in front. Hello Liberty the leader. Bushfire fights on a half length behind in second, and she is very, very game into the final furlong. Last Romance is third. Bushfire head to head with Hello Liberty, and Bushfire's come back. Hello Liberty fights her all the way down to the line. The determined and resilient Bushfire has won in a brave performance over Hello Liberty. Last Romance was third.
Bushfire, very game in victory. Down on the inside, she was involved every step of the way with Hello Liberty. Was coming in off a very impressive win in the Nassau County last time out. The two of them ended up running 1-2 in some order every step of the way around the racetrack. And interestingly enough, Bushfire, who was behind by about 2 lengths at the top of the stretch, re-rallied gamely inside to pick up the neck victory at 4.5 to 1 over Hello Liberty at 9 to 1. Last Romance at 15 to 1, completing the order of the top 3. And Ado, the favorite in the field, never really got into the running. She settled for 4th early. She made a bit of a wide bid, but Garrett Gomez could not really get much from her in the stretch. The winner, Bushfire, finished 3rd, but was placed 6th in the Kentucky Oaks in her most recent start. Prior to that, had won the Florida Oaks and the Ashland, a Grade 1 at Keeneland. So clearly a filly with the credentials to pick up this Grade 1 win. Bushfire is a 3-year-old daughter of Louis Quatorze from Trocky Trocky by Mo Power. Bred in Florida by Moreau Bloodstock International and Mandolin Hill Farm. Owned by Ronald Rashinsky and Ricky Rashinsky. Trained by Eddie Keneally and ridden to victory by Alex Solis. Bushfire covers the 1 mile at Belmont in 1:35 and 4. We're going to head back to the Belmont turf course now and the Grade 1 Manhattan Handicap at 1.25 miles on the turf. Let's head to New York now and the Manhattan.
In the gate for the 105th Manhattan Handicap, and they're off. English Channel with a bit of early speed, and toward the inside, Sabre d'Argent is there. And between those two, K-Seek. And Silver Whistle backs off a bit as they move for that first turn. So it's K-Seek to vie for the early lead with English Channel. Tucked away in behind them, Sabre d'Argent. And then the gray Silver Whistle's in between horses, Dreadnought on the outside. Relaxed Gesture has been covered up in behind horses and runs near the back of the pack. And the early trailer will be Gray Swallow, who's covered up as well. So they make their way around that first turn in a leisurely 24 3/5 seconds for the opening quarter mile. K-Seek on the inside, on the outside, English Channel, but they're not serious about it yet. They're just meandering through these early furlongs, and English Channel a little ranked there, so he's been given a bit more rein by Johnny Velasquez, and now they've taken the lead. They have taken the lead after a dawdling half in 51 1/5 seconds. English Channel continues to bandy here with K-Seek. Just in behind them, Dreadnought in the clear on the far outside. Silver Whistle in between horses. Down toward the inside, Sabre d'Argent. Still covered up at the back of the pack. On the inside, Relaxed Gesture, and right alongside, Grey Swallow. So they're approaching the far turn now with a half mile to go. Once again, that half was a leisurely 51 1/5 seconds and 1:16 3. And now it's going to be a sprint to the wire as they race around the far turn. The cadence is quickening now. K-Seek, English Channel. Now they're picking up that tempo. Silver Whistle takes to the outside. Sabre d'Argent in an all-out drive, still running fourth. Relaxed Gesture is caught in behind him. Grey Swallow's right alongside Relaxed Gesture. They're at the top of the stretch now. K-Seek is full of run. K-Seek still holding on, short lead on the outside English Channel, and they streak by the 8 pole together with Relaxed Gesture coming like a shot on the outside with Grey Swallow into the final 16th. K-Seek narrow lead. Relaxed Gesture surging late. Here's the wire. Photo finish. K-Seek and Relaxed Gesture were inseparable at the wire with Grey Swallow and English Channel in a thrilling stretch run here at Belmont Park today.
This race is always one of my favorite races on the Belmont undercard, and it was a tremendous and very exciting finish as K-Seek, who had really done most of his best running from off the pace, gets a new rider in Edgar Prado and heads right to the front and has just enough left to hold off the late charge of Relaxed Gesture, a horse that has done very well while running on yielding surfaces. Grey Swallow, the former Irish sensation from a few years back, came to this country and was very impressive out in Southern California last time out, came up just a little bit short. The winner, K-Seek, earning his first American victory, had lost his first 2 starts in the U.S. by a total of less than a length. And interestingly enough, in both of those races, ridden by Pat Valenzuela, who's so well known for his rides on the front end, here ends up getting a switch to Edgar Prado, who perhaps is best known for his off-the-pace ability, and end up on the front and picking up that elusive Grade 1 win. K-Seek, a dark bay or brown son of Dane Hill from Hasili by Kayasi, was bred in Ireland by the Juddmonte Farm and is owned by the breeder, trained by Bobby Frankel, ridden to victory by Edgar Prado. K-Seek covers the 1.25 miles on the yielding Belmont surface in 2:04 flat. We're going to head right back to New York now. Of course, the Grade 1 $1 million 1.5 mile Belmont Stakes. Despite not having either the Derby or the Preakness winner, it was a very exciting and a wide open race. Let's head down to New York and the running of the Belmont.
They are in the gate for the 138th Belmont Stakes, and they're off. But it was a slow beginning for Oh So Awesome. Not so for Bob and John, who breaks out on the lead. And Deputy Glitters is right there. Bluegrass Cat is forwardly placed. Just in behind them, it's High Finance. So Bob and John, and Garrett Gomez is keeping him to the middle of the track, forcing Deputy Glitters even farther out in the track, yet farther still, Bluegrass Cat. In the meantime, there's an opening for High Finance, who moves through a big opening toward the inside. In between horses, it's Double Galore, close to the pace and running in 6th. Sun River gets a good spot. He's saving ground toward the inside 7th around that sweeping first turn here at Belmont. Steppenwolfer a bit closer than usual. He is running 8th, about 6 lengths from the lead. Sacred Light outside him, followed by Platinum Couple. Then a break of 3 lengths back to Hemingway's Key, who's sitting out the opening furlongs in 10th position. Oh So Awesome was off to that late start, and that late closer, Jazzle, trails the field. And the pace is relatively strong, 47 1/5 seconds for the opening half mile here. And Bob and John is the leader down that long backstretch run here at Belmont Park. High Finance rides the rails in 2nd. Deputy Glitters up close to the pace in 3rd. Long Shot Double Galore is in between horses. Johnny Velasquez keeps Bluegrass Cat situated in the clear on the outside, running along in 5th, about 4 lengths from Bob and John. Then it's Platinum Couple, followed by Sun River. Then Sacred Light on the far outside. Jazzle begins to thread his way through in between horses now with 5 furlongs to go. Still at the back is Steppenwolfer, followed by Hemingway's Key toward the inside, and Oh So Awesome. And it is a very tight pack after 3/4 at 112 flat. There's just 7 lengths or 8 lengths now from front to back. And it is Bob and John the leader. And here comes Bluegrass Cat, who's going to take a run at him at the midway point on the far turn. And Jazzle comes on. There goes Jazzle up on the far outside, moving just outside the quarter pole. It's now Bluegrass Cat and Jazzle, and they will arrive at the top of the stretch together. And Steppenwolfer gets his motor running. He's coming on through third in between horses. Sun River's right alongside him. At the top of the stretch, it's Jazzle in front. Jazzle's come from way out of it, and he's coming down to the last furlong with the lead. Bluegrass Cat is fighting him hard all the way. Sun River is third. Steppenwolfer is fourth. It's still Jazzle and a very determined Bluegrass Cat. He is determined but second to the Belmont winner, Jazzle. Jazzle won it by a length. Bluegrass Cat was second. Sun River was third. Steppenwolfer was fourth. The final time was 2 minutes 27 and 4/5 seconds.
Jaziel a little bit closer to the pace than he had normally been, of course partly a function of the distance and the slightly slower pace, but very nice effort as Fernando Jara, the 18-year-old young rider, got off to a little bit of a rocky start. He did lose his stirrup in the break out of the gate, but Jaziel starts threading his way through horses after that little bit of a sluggish start, and just really very impressive. Got to the top of the stretch, engaged Bluegrass Cat. It was obvious that John Velasquez was riding Bluegrass Cat pretty aggressively, while Fernando Jara was still sitting with a handful of horse on Jaziel. Bluegrass Cat did run on gamely to finish second. Sun River rallied to complete the order of the top 3 with a 7-wide move. Very interesting betting race. Just under 5-1 was the favorite. It was Bob and John, who was much closer to the early pace than I had expected. Didn't expect him to be on the lead, although I did expect him to be very close, and perhaps that was his undoing. I would think that 47.36, perhaps a little much for him on the stretch out to 12 furlongs. The winner, Jaziel, a Bay 3-year-old son of Seeking the Gold from Better Than Honor by Deputy Minister, was bred in Kentucky by the Scarra Glen Stable and is owned by Shadwell Stable, trained by Kieran McLaughlin, and ridden to victory by Fernando Jara. Jaziel earned his first stakes victory with this race. Was fourth in the Kentucky Derby, had run some very, very good races throughout the course of his career, including his second-place finish in the Grade 1 Wood Memorial behind Bob and John, but this, believe it or not, his first stakes victory, and it certainly couldn't come at a better time. The connections have indicated that Jaziel will be pointed for a summer campaign, which will include at least one stop here in Saratoga. Jaziel, ridden to victory by Fernando Jara, covers the 1.5 miles at Belmont in 2:27 and 4. We're going to head right back to Belmont for one more stakes race, Sunday's running of the Grade 2 Vagrancy for older filly and mare sprinters. Let's head down to New York now and the call of the Vagrancy.
And they're off. Dubai Escapade on the far outside. In between horses, Smoky Glacken, along with High Button Shoes, down the back stretch. And it's Dubai Escapade up for the lead. Smoky Glacken now a length behind in second, followed by Leave Me Alone now running in third. In between horses, High Button Shoes is fourth. And then it's Grecian Lover, and trailing now is Magnolia Jackson. Dubai Escapade scampers clear by 2 and zips through an opening quarter in 22 seconds flat, with Smoky Glacken in pursuit, and Smoky Glacken now is mounting a serious bid for the lead. Dubai Escapade by a neck. Smoky Glacken pressing hard, second by 4. Leave Me Alone is third. High Button Shoes fourth toward the inside, and Grecian Lover trailing now Magnolia Jackson, and now the field turns for home. Dubai Escapade holding a narrow lead over Smoky Glacken. Now Dubai Escapade begins to shake loose. That half was 44 3/5 seconds, and Dubai Escapade has turned back that challenge of Smoky Glacken. And then farther back, it's High Button Shoes, and they're coming down to the wire. Dubai Escapade, 5 resounding lengths. Dead tight for second there between High Button Shoes and Magnolia Jackson.
Dubai Escapade is just unbelievable of late. 5 for 6 lifetime. She won the Madison at Keeneland last time out. This is a sister to major stakes winner Madcap Escapade, and she has, since coming to this country, just run a hole in the older filly and mare sprint division on the East Coast here. Runs off by 6. After getting involved in a little bit of a tussle, had to put Smokey Glacken away. She won the battle and held on to win the war as High Button Shoes could come no better than 6 lengths to her. She just had her head in front of late-moving Magnolia Jackson, very nice New York bred who the trainer, Gary Contessa, last time out indicated she doesn't get much credit, and here, once again, she runs another very good race, finishes 3rd behind an absolute superstar in Dubai Escapade. Dubai Escapade is a bay filly, a daughter of Awesome Again, from Sassy Pants by Saratoga 6, bred in Kentucky by Needham Betts Thoroughbreds and James Blackburn. Owned by Darley's Stable. The Darley-Shadwell connection had a wonderful weekend of racing this weekend. This one trained by Owen Hardy and ridden to victory by Edgar Prado. Dubai Escapade covers the 6.5 furlongs at Belmont in 1:15 and 1. That'll wrap up a busy edition of Horses and Gorses. Thank you very much for joining us this week. We hope you'll be able to join us again next week as we take a look at stakes racing action from around the country. Until then, I'm Jean Wood. Have a great week at the races.